So, what are this morning's Russian papers saying about America's strike on Iranian nuclear facilities? It's curious that the Russian government paper, Rossiyskaya Gazeta, relegates this major story to page 6, with the headline, "Trump makes America wage war again." On the front page, President Putin, Vladimir Putin, addressed the plenary session of the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, Russia's new economy. I wonder whether the paper had already decided that this was going to be Monday's lead, and not even the dramatic developments in the Middle East were going to change that. The US strike is on page 4 in Komsomolskaya Pravda, which asks, what are the risks for Russia? A Middle East specialist tells the paper that the US strikes benefit Israel's push for regime change in Iran. If this happens, we, in other words Russia, would lose a partner, the Islamic Republic, and be left with a new centre of instability affecting not only the Middle East, but also Central Asia and the South Caucasus, regions which are very sensitive for us. The US strikes are front-page news in some Russian papers. Nezavisime Gazeta, Trump has become the president of war. The strikes on Iran point to fundamental changes in Washington's foreign policy. Moskovsky Komsomolets, the Americans committed aggression against Iran after all. Will war raise the price of oil to $200 a barrel? Kommersant, the US carried out a strike on Iran in order to end this war. Something you'll find in several Russian papers today is one particular comment Vladimir Putin made at the Economic Forum, though it had little to do with the economy. Izvestia carries it on the front page. Where the foot of a Russian soldier steps, that's ours. Moskovsky Komsomolets describes it as the phrase of the day, the phrase of the week, the phrase of the month, the most important phrase of recent years during the special military operation, Russia's war in Ukraine, and the most important phrase for our immediate future. Vladimir Putin succinctly and precisely summed up his current political faith and long-term political strategy, the strategy of the foot of the Russian soldier.